They're not too bad now. $129 is a bloody good price. Are you on a webcam? The Premiere, when you did A Vacation Look Nice, was it the same setup?
Spy from a distance.
So the Premiere I did with Georgie looked better because Georgie was in it, and it wasn't just my mug. She's more attractive than I am. Subjectively, I think so. And if I didn't, that'd be a bit weird. But yeah, so what I use, if you jump on over to studiolivetoday.com/gear, you'll see all the gear that I use. And what I'm on at the moment here is the Logitech Brio, which is a 4K webcam. I only use it in 1080p mode because StreamYard only does 1080p. And the pre-recorded one I did on the weekend was also only 1080p. But if you want to see all the gear that I use for everything, it's here, studiolivetoday.com/gear. If you go down here to my desktop setup, you'll see that it's this one, the Logitech Brio webcam. Not the cheapest, but definitely the most flexible in terms of the settings and the quality. Actually, they're not too bad now. $129 is a bloody good price for that. Get onto that. Don't don't delay on that one. If you are in the market for a webcam, yeah, I would go and grab one. I may just order another one. Just so that I've got a spare, because when mine inevitably fails, that'll be something I need. But yeah, I reckon I paid about $350 Australian, which is about $250 American. So yeah, if you can pick that one up for $129, that's pretty good. So if you're looking for something a bit more, that's a good price too. Why are webcams so cheap? I bet what happened is that, you remember at the start of the P word when everyone was buying webcams and they were all super expensive because there was no stock? I bet Logitech went, right, it's a golden age for webcams. Let's make 1 billion of them. And they went out and produced a whole lot. And now everybody got one. And no one needs another one because they're actually good quality. So this is a bloody good price too. $64 for the C922, which is a 1080p webcam. And look, you even get a free little tripod. Oh, adorable. So yeah, in terms of that, and look, you can, the next step up, and something that I've dabbled with but don't bother with, is using a standalone camera like a DSLR or a mirrorless camera with the output via HDMI. It just adds a lot of moving parts. So if you want to do that for live streaming or for recording to your Mac or your PC, you can, but you need a few things. You need a high quality HDMI adapter to plug in, a USB to HDMI adapter. You need a camera that sends out a clean HDMI. So my DSLR is pretty darn old, and it doesn't send out a clean signal, which means, you know how on a camera it has like the little targeting thing, and it has the ISO, and it has the memory storage. You can't get the vision without that on it, which is no good, because you wouldn't want to be watching me right now and have like memory and ISO and like a square around my face. Well, maybe you would, but generally not. So yeah, that's why I don't use a standard camera. But a lot of the little ones, like the Sony Z1, I think it is, the Z1, the small little mirrorless and the small little compact cameras, they do a really good job, and they're a lot smaller. But again, you really can't beat the convenience of literally grabbing a webcam, shoving it in a USB port, and setting it up and going. And yeah, Logitech have decent software for PC. On a Mac, the software is not so good. I use an app that was recommended to me by a bunch of folks called WEBCAM Settings, which is about a $15, $20 app, but that lets me control everything. So if I'll bring that over here and just show you real quick, what you can actually do is dial. So I've got a preset that I use here, but like I can change everything up here on the fly. Oh, that's that one. So I can change up, like, so if I want to change the brightness, you can see, it can set everything exactly as you want to there. You can change exposure time, you can change gain, you can change contrast. So that's what I'd spend a little bit of time doing, is playing around with that and getting a good consistent, let's say that's too bright now. Yeah, sorry, I shouldn't have changed that, because now I've got to get it back to where it was. About like that. So yeah, webcams for the win. They're definitely the easiest ways to get yourself a decent quality picture if you're doing live streaming